Okay, so I made this list that shows the importance of my challenge. And I'd like to start off by saying if you were to compare it to the UFC, you would quickly see that my challenge makes more sense for obvious reasons. People who do karate, kung fu, kempo, taekwondo, and more, remember these things all have different forms. American taekwondo, Korean taekwondo, Shaolin kung fu, Hung Gar, Tiger Claw, and on and on and on, Wing Chun, and what have you. And there's Jeet Kune Do. Okay, all these guys do sparring, but they don't do UFC fighting. They don't train to fight in ultimate fighting. All right, so by default, a little kid should be able to tell you that if you want to prove yourself as the top ultimate fighter, you train ultimate fighting and MMA. But if you want to prove yourself to be the top martial artist, you do the most universal martial arts competition, which is sparring. Okay, because obviously they're all willing to do it if they want to prove that they're better, but not everyone's willing to fight, because it's dishonorable. People get hurt, and there's a lot of problems associated with it. So anyway, shall we begin? The first point I make is that the Bay Area, California, is the mecca of martial arts. The second point is I was gang stalked, so the military, law enforcement, intelligence agencies, martial artists, and more are aware. So thanks to the gang stalkers and me having 12 witnesses and dozens of interviews, it's 100% clear that there's a large group of people that have vested interest in kind of destroying me, sabotaging everything I'm doing, financially and otherwise. So they have every reason to try to find someone to beat me, but they can't. And going back to the first one, right? The Bay Area is the center of martial arts. You have Chinatown in San Francisco, where Bruce Lee has his school. And you have very competitive areas such as Oakland and San Jose and San Francisco in general and more, So my location is prime for this challenge. I'm not in, Montana or, Alaska or something. All right. Anyone can accept it. It is not an exclusive challenge for corporate shells. This is not some black belt only challenge or like the Olympics where it's selected, Those challenges might have a certain respect attached to them, and I have a certain respect for them, but they're nowhere near as relevant as mine. $3,000 challenge. It's $40 just to show now. Oh, that's right, I made it 50. I don't know if I released that video, but it's actually 50 now. 3 years long. I'm living at home, so the $3,000 is also relative to my finances. You say Jean-Claude Van Damme or some rich celebrity, Steven Seagal, put $3,000, it wouldn't be as impressive. That's pocket money, right? But when someone who lives at home and doesn't drive a Mercedes, to say the least, right, puts $3,000, that is screaming confidence. I've been actively getting the message out, and thanks to the gang stalkers and trolls, it is clear that it is out. I've been trolled on Facebook and YouTube the most, and they have made it 100% clear to me that there are a whole lot, thousands of trolls, a whole lot of people aware of my challenge. AKA and other martial arts schools have contacted me. This is key as well. If there was any illusion of, that the trolls don't make anything, well, you have to consider that these schools have tried to get me to go to their schools and gyms, their dojos, schools and gyms. They said, we'll teach you how to do this properly and nonsense like that. And I say, if your technique is better than mine, you should have better defense, better maneuverability. You should be faster. You should be more precise. You should be able to beat me. Of course they can't, and they haven't. I've been drugged and fumed the whole time, especially before the matches, and I have proof of that. I've endured blurred vision, loss of coordination, headaches, stiff muscle, stomach aches, sedation, drowsiness, and more. Every one of these points is key, but some of them are more key. The drugging, the fuming is extremely key. Not only have I done what no one else has, and it is more respectable than what everyone else has, I did it drugged and fumed. And that is a powerful, powerful statement that they will never be able to top, if you ask me. No one has scored a fair point on me this whole time. I've been self-taught for the last 18 plus years. Okay, remember, I don't go to a fancy gym. I don't have anyone training me. I did this from my powerful mind, my very intelligent 175 IQ, Algebra 2 in kindergarten, top 1 percentile in the SSAT type of mind. All right. If they do not beat me or have not done anything as intensely impressive, then I am the top martial artist logically, right? Because if you're going to say one person is the top, it has to be the guy no one who's beaten and no one has done anything more impressive than. You say this guy did this 3 years in the Mecca, drugged and fumed. Nothing any other martial artist has ever done is more impressive than that. So the title must go to me. The top martial artist in American history. All right, so we go to the next. Other martial artists are afraid to stick up for me while benefiting from the trolling, partially because they troll too. And I want you to think about the relevance of that and honor and these basic principles of martial arts that they seem to be overlooking. Like I've said before, it's the most traditional and common form of martial arts competition. Karate, Kung Fu, Kempo, Taekwondo, and more. Jeet Kune Do, all do it. Transferable, translatable, communicable, convertible, and universal skills shown. Battlefield training and the 5 animal styles show that martial arts is about war arts as well as causing serious bodily harm to the opponent. This means that sparring is the only honorable way to compete and show the essence of martial arts. Maneuverability and transferable skills are the essence of martial arts. Remember, martial arts, it comes from Mars, war arts, combat arts, not sports. I was told to pretend I am not the best and to say that my challenge means nothing the whole time while being threatened. You have to take note of that too. That's an important point. The earliest example of martial arts is at Beni Hassan in Egypt, and it clearly shows sparring as combat training. And finally, hunting and fighting other men to the death naturally are the root of formal martial arts training. Therefore, grappling is secondary. So, when you consider these points, you pretty much have to agree with my analysis and the results of my deductive reasoning and critical thinking. You're forced to the conclusion that yes, I deserve my rightful position, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar and a cheater who's almost certainly a gang stalker as well. And so finally, when you consider that I'm over 100-0, and the people I've beaten in the past, they were lucky if they scored 1 or 2 points on me. I mean, it is just a clear-cut case. Cheating as dogs. The leopard strikes to kill. If he is told not to strike to kill, he becomes a victim. If these cowards who don't understand martial arts wish to make the rules in a way that don't reflect true martial arts combat, it is because they want to make the leopard their victim.